Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram.
Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Thank you so much for your very nice recitation of Bhagavad Gita. And thank you for your chanting too. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीला गुरुदेव की जय। All glories to all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. This is Chinmayi Vrajapriya Devi Dasi welcoming each one of you to our mid-morning session. May we know who all have joined so that we can welcome you.
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Vrajapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much for your warm welcoming, and thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, for that very beautiful recitation of chapter 1. It was very, very nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasni Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji, for all your services, and welcome to today's call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Nice.
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Vrajapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandarvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, for the beautiful recitation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your services and joining in, though being at work. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirtida Sundavidasi. Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, for a very nice recitation and very beautiful chanting.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all your services. Thank you for your classes. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Israel City, Texas, Mataji. Very nice recitation, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Welcome, Mataji. Welcome to our today's call. And thank you for all your services, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, it's 11:01 and Prabhuji is already here. Shall we go ahead and read? Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome once again to our mid-morning session. We are continuing our Caitanya Bhagavat classes, and we are very fortunate to have Srikanth Krishna Prabhuji with us. Let me read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today before handing over the call to Prabhuji. A man has served the family with heart and soul throughout his life. And when he is old man, if he asks permission from his wife, my dear wife, now I have served so much. Let me take sannyasa now. The wife will never give permission. She will say, what have you done? The son is not yet settled up. This daughter is not yet married. How you can take sannyasa? So you cannot do. So actually, he is the servant of the wife. But he is thinking, I am master of the family. This is called Maya. This was instructed by His Divine Grace at Bombay, February 24th, 1975. Hare Krishna, Srikanth Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for coming here and talking on Chaitanya Bhagavat. And Prabhuji will be talking on 22nd chapter, the first 10 verses. So very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Please take over. Eager to hear from you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My obeisances to all the assembled devotees. ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas so that I can speak on these 10 verses of Chaitanya Bhagavatam for my own purification. We will be starting the 22nd chapter. जय जय गौरचंद्र कृपार सागर, जय सची जगन्नाथ नंदन सुंदर. All glories to Gaurachandra, the ocean of mercy, Krupara Sagar. All glories to the beautiful son of Sachi and Jagannath. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti Hi Sumedasa. In this age of Kali, people who are endowed with sufficient intelligence, Sumedasa, who have the sufficient intelligence, they will worship the Lord. Yajanti, who is accompanied by his associates, Sangha, Upanga, Astra, Parsadam, by performance of Sankirtana Yajna, Yajnair Sankirtanair Prayar. Sri Gaurachandra made the world glorious by distributing the names of Krishna. Through Srila Haridas Thakur, he preached only through this process one can achieve Krishna Prem. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought the Yuga Dharma, that is the chanting the holy names. Jaya Jaya Sachisuta Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Nama Diya Prabhu Jagata Kaila Danya. All glories to the son of Sachi, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who made the entire world glorious by bestowing the names of Krishna. He namate navadvipe Prabhu Viswambar Vihare Samhati Nitya Nanda Gadadhar. In this way, Lord Vishwambara enjoyed his pastimes in Navadvipa with Nityananda and Gadadhar. Vakyadanda Devananda Panditera Kari Aila Apanagare Gauranga Sri Hari. After chastising Devananda Pandit, Lord Gauranga returned to his home. So this chastisement of Devananda Pandit was discussed in the previous chapter. I just went through the previous chapter to understand the context. Just noted down few questions. We'll quickly revise that chapter through the some question answers. Who is the father of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya? Anyone remember? It is mentioned in the 21st chapter. One day,
Visharad.
Visharad, correct. Visharada Maheshwara. So one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going around Navadvip. Then he went to the house of Visharada Maheshwar. there is one dam is there, because Ganga water may come. To protect the low-lying area, they have constructed a dam there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his associates went to that place. Near to his place is Devanand Pandit place, who is a great reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam. On that day also he was reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam. Devanand Pandit has qualification to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. But whatever the Bhagavatam he is reciting, that is without any devotion. Because he never understood the Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the reason? Although he has the qualification, just as every Jiva has the qualification, every Jiva is a Vaishnava, because they are part of the Lord. In that sense, everyone has the qualification to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Everyone, but that qualification is in the dormant stage. Devanand Pandit also has that qualification, but he could not understand Bhagavatam, although Bhagavatam is in front of him. What was the reason?
Because Bhagavatam reveals itself depending on the consciousness of the person.
But why it is not revealed to Devananda Pandit?
Because of his impersonalistic understanding.
Okay.
Because he did
Because
because he didn't stop his disciples to when they were throwing out Shiva's Pandit.
So there it is mentioned that he did an offense which only Krishna knows. That is how it is mentioned there. The contamination in the form of material topics. So in that way, Srimad Bhagavatam itself is a pure non-different from Krishna. Sound vibration. Krishna incarnated as the Srimad Bhagavatam. So such a pure sound vibration of Srimad Bhagavatam, when enters our ears, Krishna gets situated in our heart. That is but material topics, all other material topics, they are compared to the two demons. Who are they? Through Karna Veda, is mentioned as Kara Veda. It is actually the piercing the ears, that represents killing these two demons, which indicates now onwards hear only the spiritual topics, don't hear the material topics. Who are those two demons? It comes in the Madhukaitava. Very good. They are compared to the Madhukaitava. So the Karna Veda Samskar is destroying these two demons, which means don't hear the material topics. If four Vedas are compared to yoga, Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to what? If we churn the yogurt, what comes?
Butter.
Butter.
The
Yeah.
essence.
Yeah, four Vedas are compared to the yogurt. By churning the four Vedas, the butter is the Srimad Bhagavatam. Who has churned this butter?
Shukadeva Goswami.
Sukadeva Goswami. Very good. So, in that way, Lord Chaitanya glorified the Srimad Bhagavatam in front of Devananda Pandit. This Bhagavatam is if your Vedas are yogurt, then Bhagavatam is compared to butter, which is given by Mera Priya Sukadeva, my dear Sukadeva Goswami. And it is the sound vibration of sound incarnation of Krishna. And such Srimad Bhagavatam, you are speaking without any devotion. And what is the value of if devotion is not manifesting from your book, then that book is nothing but matter. I will tear it. Like that, he went to tear the book, Srimad Bhagavatam of Devananda Pandit. At that time, all the devotees stopped him. Then from the Visharada Maheshwara home, Devananda Pandit home, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going around. Then he saw one Madhya Gara tavern where they sell liquor. By smelling the liquor, he entered into the mood of Baladeva. So he told, I will go inside. At that time, someone stopped him.
Shiva's Pandit.
Srivas Thakur told, you please don't enter if you in the mood of Baladeva, if you go there, then all the people also will follow the same thing. So if you still go, I will drown myself in the Ganges. So by seeing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he stepped back. Krishna appears in this world in 4 forms. What are the 4 forms?
Ganga Devi,
Very good.
Vaishnava, Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Very
Devotees.
good. Vaishnavas he mentioned.
Tulsi Prabhu.
Tulsi.
Tulasi.
Thank you.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Tulasi, Ganga and Bhaktagana. So in that way, later Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets the Devananda Pandit and he tells that you have committed offense against Srivas Thakur. He was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from you and he went into ecstasy. But all the students, they felt he is wasting our time. He is causing disturbance. When they are throwing out, all the students are bad association. So in that bad association, Devananda Pandit consciousness also spoiled. Devananda Pandita Chelila Nijavase Dukka Pailena Dvija Dosta Sangha Doshe. So he also got chastisement from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he returned to his house. He felt distress because of bad association. Devananda Pandit received Mahaprabhu's chastisement for the fault of associating with materialistic students and therefore felt unhappy. Although ordinary people consider him a sober person, he did not receive any respect from Sri Chaitanya Deva. Since Sri Mahaprabhu did not accept Devananda as a Bhagavat, he couldn't be counted as a recipient of the Lord's mercy. Devananda Hena Sadhu Chaitanya Ratai Sammukha Haite Yogya Nahila Tatai. A sadhu like Devananda was unable to stand face to face with Lord Chaitanya. Vaishnavera Krupaya se Aye Viswambar Bhakti Vina Japa Tapa Akinchit Kara. Viswambara can be attained only by the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Without devotional service, one's chanting and austerities are meaningless. Bhakti Vina Japa Tapa Akinchit Kara. So without devotion, the japa, tapa, etc., they don't have any meaning. They are meaningless. Chanting the Lord's names and performing austerities without being inclined to the Lord's service are simply useless labor. Dharma svanastita pumsa visvakshena kadasya na utpadayet idiratim shramayevahi kevalam na utpadayet idiratim. So if the whatever the dharma, varnashram dharma or anything, if someone is doing, but if it is not leading him to the attachment to the Lord, that is only shramayeva, only useless labor. Without the mercy of the Supreme Lord's servants, an inclination for the Lord's service cannot be awakened. But how to get the Lord's service? That comes through the Vaishnavas only. So the beginning of bhakti is the sadhu sangha. Somehow or other, if we associate with devotees, from there actually the devotion to the Lord awakens. That's why here we can say dharma svanustita pumsa. Without bhakti, bhakti vina japa tapa akinchit kara. They are useless. So similar verse comes in the Srimad Bhagavatam also. Tapasvino dana parayashasvino Manasvino mantra vidasu mangala Shemam na vindanti vinaya darpanam Tasmai subhadra sravase namo nama. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto all auspicious Lord Sri Krishna again and again, because the great learned sages, tapasvino, they do lot of austerities. The great performers of charity, dana para, yashasvino, the great workers of distinction, they are well known all over the world. The great philosophers and mystics, the great chanters of the Vedic hymns, and the great followers of Vedic principles cannot achieve any fruitful result without dedication of such great qualities to the service of the Lord. So one may have all these good qualities, doing austerity or charity, or famous by digging the wells, by constructing the gardens for others, or they are expert in chanting the mantras. Kshemam na vindanti, but they don't get any uh, good result without dedication of such great qualities to the service of the Lord. So Prabhupada mentions there, all these qualities help a man to attain perfection when they are employed in the service of the Lord. One may have quality, ability to do tapasya. Today is Ekadashi in India. So someone may be doing Nirjal or Sajal or Safal, any of the Ekadashis. But if it is offered to the Lord, then only that is helpful for attaining the perfection. Otherwise, that actually such qualities become source of trouble. We can see the Satrajit, he got the Samantak jewel. The best way for him is give it to Krishna. Krishna asked also, can you give this so that we will use it for the welfare of the kingdom? But he refused. This is, I did so much tapasya and I got it from the Surya Dev. I will keep it with myself. He kept it with himself. Then what happened? The same Samantak jewel became the cause of his own death later point of time. Personal sense gratification or extended sense gratification. So one may do all this, one may have all these qualities. Tapasvino, great tapasya. That maybe he may be doing that great tapasya for oneself, like Ravan, Hiranyakashipu, but they did not offer it to the Lord. Shemam na vindante vinaya darpanam. So that tapasya itself became because they did for sense gratification, their own sense gratification. That tapasya actually became their own, caused disturbance to them. Similarly, we can see one may do tapasya for extended family, like many of the people, they stay away from home and they work for their family with great effort. Or some of the politicians, they do tapasya, they don't uh, drink water, like that, fasting they do. That is, they are doing for the sake of nation. But still it is considered like a source of trouble only, like theft. One may do, uh, one may steal something for himself, or one may steal something for his family. When he was caught and they presented in the court, so he can't say that I did not steal it for myself. I have stolen this for my family. Valmiki was stealing for the sake of family. Then he told that actually, will your family takes the responsibility for the sinful reaction? He went and asked. They refused. Immediately, he became a devotee. So similarly, either personal sense gratification or for extended sense gratification, one is using all these qualities. That is only a source of trouble. The self-interest of the individual need to match with the self-interest of the Lord. Otherwise, it is a cause of trouble, like maintaining the body and soul together. We use so many, we give this body breakfast, lunch, dinner, and apply so many soaps, deodorants, so many clothes are offered to the body. After doing the so many things for the body, but without what is the self interest of the Lord, Why Lord gave this body? So that we can use it for the self-realization and God realization. That is the self-interest of the Lord. But our self-interest doesn't match with that. We are just maintaining it, like some people maintain the car, clean it very nicely, every day clean it, offer garland, etc. But rarely use it. The is to reach the destination should we use it. On the other hand, using it for the overly using it, going at if the car capacity is 120 kilometer per hour, going at the 200 kilometer per hour. This is like people working for 16 hours, 18 hours in a day. Recently also in India, some of the corporate people, they made a statement saying that you need to work 70 hours per day, 90 hours per day, something like that. They're sorry, per week, something like that. They made statements and it became very controversial. How long will you see your wife? You just work, come to the company and work. So that is the like overly using the body. uh, Instead one can use the body for the sake of maintaining the, one can work for some time, but the main interest why the Lord gave the body is for the God realization and self realization. If it doesn't match, then animal is also maintaining its body, maybe in a little different way, but maintenance is happening in both the cases. Same principle is true for tapasya, dana, etc. Same principle uh, is true while doing tapasya or dana or manasvino, all this. The self-interest of the individual should match with the self-interest of the Lord. Then only it these qualities help to attain perfection. Otherwise, they are just a source of trouble. That's why Atha Pumbir Dvijasreshta Varnashrama Vibhagasa Swanustitasya Dharmasya Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Everything, the final purpose is to satisfy the Lord Hari. Also, in this particular sloka, it is mentioned, without the mercy of one can attain the Viswambara by the mercy of the devotees. Otherwise, there is a Vina Bhakti, Bhakti Vina, Japa Tapa, Akinchitkar. They are useless. That we had seen how without Bhakti, this tapasya, all those things, they are useless. And also Lord is attained by the mercy of devotees. We can see here, Susruso Sredda Danasya Vasudeva Kataruchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nisevana. What twice born sages, by serving those devotees who are completely freed from all vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. So, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he mentions in this particular sloka about the beginning of bhakti, how the bhakti begins in a jiva's heart. By serving the devotees through their mercy, one gets shraddha. That is what he mentions. Through Vaishnava Seva, through Sadhu Sangha, through the Sadhu's mercy, one gets faith in their heart. So, out of 9 stages of bhakti, the first is Shraddha. We say Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anardhani, Vrutti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. But before Shraddha also, but how the Shraddha comes, how the faith comes. Faith comes by serving the devotees. So that's why it is mentioned how through Vaishnava Seva, through the association of sadhus, one actually develops the faith. And then he starts practicing the process. Bhagavatam also mentions Yat pada samsraya suta munaya prashamayana sadya punantu pasprushta swardunya panusevaya. O Suta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the waters of the Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. So the great sages, by association of great sages, is mentioned here as more purifying than even the waters of the Ganges. Similarly, 10th canto 48th chapter also it is mentioned. Nahyam maya nitirthani nadeva mruchila maya te punanturu kalena darshana deva sadava. No one can deny that there are holy places with sacred rivers. Now Kumbh Mela is happening, so many devotees are going and taking the uh, holy dip. Or that the demigod appear in deity forms made of earth and stone. But these purify the soul only after a long time, whereas saintly persons purify just by being seen. Just taking the darshan of the a saintly person itself is also a purifies a person, and Shraddha is created in the heart of the living entity. Similarly, 10th canto, 87th chapter, it is mentioned sages free from false pride live on this earth by frequenting the sacred pilgrimage sites. Because such devotees keep your lotus feet within their hearts, the water that washes their feet destroys all sins. Having turned their minds toward you, the ever blissful soul of all existence, they no longer dedicate themselves to serving family life at home, which simply robs a man of his good qualities. Of course, here it is mentioned that the saintly devotees, they go to the holy places, and the water that washed their feet destroys all sins. Having turned their minds towards you, the ever blissful soul of all existence, they no longer dedicate themselves to serving family life at home. We need to, everywhere we need to see the principle in internally what a person feels, that is what important. One may be in the family, but at the same time he has the conception, I am just a caretaker here. My wife and children, they are the given uh, to me by Krishna. I need to care them. So I am not the controller of them, I am not the enjoyer of them, I am servant of them. That is also uh, considered as here no longer dedicate. So here it is mentioned in the Krama Sandarbha, by serving the holy tirthas, one serves the great devotees. How? By going to holy places, one sees holy places wandering there. If one visits a holy place, there some sadhus maybe going around. One may perform by seeing, touching, and conversing. So how to serve them? One may perform service by seeing, touching, and conversing. So even by seeing the saintly person, that is also a service. We may come in contact and we may touch the person, or we may speak to him. By this, one develops faith in the worship of the Lord and develops desire to hear. So it is mentioned that even if someone sits near a saintly person, actually the bhakti in the heart of that saintly person transfer into the our heart. So that is what mentioned in Harinam Chintamani. Even just by sitting near a sadhu, the bhakti in their heart, the samvit and ladini shakti, that transfers into the other person, other jiva, who is a very newcomer, or who is just a who don't have previously that affection to the Lord. He also get desire. Okay, let me also need to worship the Lord. Let me also need to hear about Him. In that sense, he starts hearing. Once he starts hearing, then the great effect will be there. Satam prasangat mamavirya samvito bhavanti hrutkarna rasayanam tata, like that. Bhakti rajjosanas asu vairagyam Shraddha Ratir Bhaktir Anukramasyati. Third line I didn't remember. Shraddha Ratir Bhaktir Anukramasyati. One after one, all the things comes. So in that way we saw how without offering to the Lord, japa, tapa, etc. are used through the Vaishnava association. But if to the such Vaishnavas, if we do offense, what happens? That is mentioned here. वैष्णवेरा ताहियारा हय अपराध कृष्ण कृपा हईले वो तारा प्रेम वो तारा प्रेम वाद. If one commits an offense against a Vaishnava, even after attaining the mercy of Krishna, his attainment of love of God is checked. So that's why it is mentioned, no one came into bhakti without serving a devotee, and no one left bhakti without offending a devotee. So our journey inside bhakti is through Vaishnavas, and our unfortunate exit out of bhakti also may be also due to Vaishnava aparad. That's why it is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, Bahu Janma Kari Yadi Shravana Kirtan Tabuta na Paya Krishna Pade Premadan. So here in this particular sloka, nowhere aparad is mentioned. Bahu Janme Kari Yadi Shravana Kirtan. Even if one may do for so many, Bahu means many. For many lifetimes he is doing 16 rounds chanting and everyday kirtan. Dhabhutanapaya Krishna Pade Premadan. Even then he will not get the Krishna Prema. So Prabhupada, out of compassion, we may get, we say that Shravana and Kirtan are very important. Even by doing one mantra, so much mantra can give liberation, like that we read. Here it is mentioned, Bahujanma Kariyadi Shravana Kirtan. How come Prabhupada in the translation, although it is not mentioned about aparad, for our understanding, Prabhupada writes, if one is infested with 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of Godhead. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. By the influence of Nama Parad, the offender of a Vaishnava is unable to worship Krishna. Even though others perceive that such people are receiving Lord's mercy by making a show of chanting the holy names, the Supreme Lord is never pleased with those who are averse to the devotees. That's why Krishna tells Duryodhana, I will not eat at your home, because for no reason you are envious of Pandavas. That is why of the 10 offenses to be avoided in chanting the holy names, blasphemy of devotees is the first to be given up. We can see here Bhaktivinoda Thakur, before meeting his guru, he was actually preaching at the Jagannath Puri. He was the temple commander there. He was the government appointed him as the temple superintendent. So he was doing that service very efficiently, and at the same time he was taking classes in the Jagannath Vallabh garden. That is where Ramananda Rai met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taking rest at that time. Ramanand Pratap Rudra Maharaj, he went and massaged Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. That is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Pratap Rudra Maharaj. In that garden, Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to conduct regular Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam classes. There was one Raghunath Das Babaji. This Raghunath Das Babaji is different from the six Goswamis. He is at the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. this Raghunath Das Babaji, he is not interested to attend these classes, but he started criticizing, and he is asking others also, don't go to this person's classes. Who is he? He is not wearing tilak, and there is no kantimala. So like that, he started criticizing. After few days, he became, because of this offense, he fell seriously ill. And Jagannath appeared in his dream. Jagannath appeared in dream and told, go and take shelter of this. Anyone remembered the Bhaktivinoda Thakur's previous name? Kedarnath. Go and take shelter of uh, Kedarnath Dutt. So in that way, you will be relieved from this offense. Immediately, the Raghunath Das Babaji went and fell at the lotus feet of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and then he became free. Then he told, this is how I was criticizing you. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, what can I do? I have not yet taken initiation, that's why I am not applying tilak, and I don't have kantimala. That is the reason I was. So in that way, based on the offense, the reaction will be there. Sometimes if offense is minor reaction. If it is severe, like Vivida gorilla, he was on Bhava Bhakti, but he did offense to the Lakshman. Because of that offense, in the next life, he was killed by Balramji. So in that way, he lost the Bhava Bhakti also. Even reaching the stage of Bhava Bhakti, one can come back to one can become again ordinary person if he commits a aparadh. If it is severe, if it is mild, then Bhava Bhakti will become Bhava Avas, or little less stage also. Similarly, we can see Ramachandra Khan. He was envious that Haridas Thakur is getting so much fame. So he sent this prostitute, and Haridas Thakur, he transformed her heart because of Vaishnav Seva. Vaishnav Seva means seeing him, just seen him and heard him chanting. That much is enough. That Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, by that she got purified. But Ramachandra Khan, because of the offense, he did another offense again. So Nityananda Prabhu visited his place, and he sat in the Durga Mandap. Then Ramachandra Khan told someone, he sent someone, tell him not to sit here. So Nityananda Prabhu and all his associates, they left in a, they felt sad. Because of these offenses, actually not only Ramachandra Khan, the government officials came, they killed a cow and they cooked in his own home, and later the whole village suffered, they got some diseases, etc. So in that way, offense is very, we can see even in the Gaur Kishore Das Babaji time, one person, Ayatra Punya, he returned from Mayapur to Navadvip. Then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji inquired him about how are the devotees at Mayapur, how is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was inquiring. Then this person started criticizing the Saraswati Thakur and others, saying that they are in Aishwarya Bhava. I went to them, but they are all in Aishwarya Bhava. They are like, they may go to Vaikuntha Lok, but Madhurya Bhava is not there in them. They are not aspiring Golok Vrindavan. Like that, he started criticizing. Immediately, Babaji told this person, actually, they are not in Aishwarya Bhava, and you are in Madhurya Bhava. You are actually in the lap of Maya. If you criticize Vaishnavas, you will degrade. So, don't criticize. Like that, he stopped him. But later on, this person uh, uh, left also the bhakti. So here Gaurakish Vrindavan Das Thakur tells, Ami nahi baliyai videra vachan saksate wo kahi yache sachira nandan I am not telling this, but who is telling? These are not my words. This is the statement of the Vedas. The son of Sachi has also personally declared this. ये सचीर गर्भे गौरचंद्र अवतार वैष्णवापराधा पूर्वा Achela Tahar, Mother Sachi, in whose womb Gaurachandra appeared, had once committed offense to a Vaishnava. Here, next pastime is starting. So we need to be very careful about this Vaishnava Aparad, criticizing the devotees. One devotee, he came to me and he started telling, I I don't know, I am doing very big services. I take the with other devotees. I was also part of one Yatra committee, and I am doing wonderful services, serving so many devotees. But in the process, I am criticizing them. I am offending them. So I am not feeling at all happy. I am just saying that initial days I was a very new person, and I am doing only some small things which devotees give me here and there. And I used to chant my rounds, and I am very happy. But I'm externally nowadays I am doing big services, so many things, handling the big services, but not feeling the happiness in the heart. So he asked me, what should I do? Then I told, I am not qualified to tell. I myself is also offending the devotees. But I remembered in the one class saying that we should join ISKCON every 6 months. What the meaning is, uh, the new devotees feel actually happiness because they don't do any offenses. So similarly, we should join ISKCON in every 6 months. Means after every 6 months, we should feel that, because for new person, everyone is advanced Vaishnava. Whomever he sees with tilak and all, he bows down and he feels very, oh, these are all great people. I am a no one. That attitude is there. That is what actually makes them feel happy when they chant the holy name. So join ISKCON every 6 months means after every 6 months feel that, okay, I am a new person now. All these are more advanced than me. That kind of attitude actually helps the. That is what I advised him. Then I took him to one more devotee. He's feeling like this. He told, okay, let have he done Bhakti Shastri. He told no. He told, okay, at least do Bhakti Shastri. 2 years you will be absorbed in this. Later we will see. Then he joined a Bhakti Shastri course. At least for 2 years, he will be absorbed in the scriptures. Some diversion from the criticism of the devotees. Then the another pastime is starting how Mother Sachi offended Advaita Acharya. That is starting here. Because of this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave Krishna Prema only when that offense was destroyed. So here we can say Vaishnava Seva is the beginning of Bhakti, and Vaishnava Seva is the cause for advancement of Bhakti. And Vaishnava Aparad checks the advancement of Bhakti, and Vaishnava Aparad can also, sorry, here copy paste mistake, Vaishnava Aparad can also destroy the Bhakti. So that's why you need to be very careful. Vaishnava Seva takes us into the spiritual life, beginning of spiritual life. We start Bhakti because of the serving some Vaishnavas, by seeing them, by touching them, or by hearing from them. And we advance in Bhakti also through Vaishnava Seva, but Vaishnava Aparad opposite. Our advancement became delays or completely destroyed also based on the. So in the Harinam Chintamani, Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions, criticizing a saintly person disrupts one's spiritual life. Mad offense, mad elephant offense. Then he mentions who is a saintly person. He mentions in the 11th canto Uddhava Gita, saintly person has these qualities: merciful, tolerant, equal to all, performing penances without excessively inflicting inflicting injury to the body, truthful, pure-hearted, compassionate, free from lusty intelligence, master of the senses, voluntarily accepting material impoverishment, gentle, clean, regulated in eating, peaceful, apathetic to materialism, patient, steady, taking Lord Krishna is his only shelter, free from illusion, grave, a conqueror over hunger, thirst, lamentation, envy, and old age, not expecting honor from others, offering respect to others, expert, not a cheater, and knowledgeable. These are the various qualities mentioned. Whoever has this, he is a saintly person, and offending them is the first of aparadha of the chanting the holy name. But these qualities can be divided into two, primary and secondary. Primary means Swarupa Lakshan. The primary is the acceptance of Krishna as his or her only shelter. That is the Swarupa Lakshan. Tatastha Lakshan is all remaining 25 qualities. So the main important is this quality, the acceptance of Krishna as his shelter. Through the association of devotees, one gets this Swarupa Lakshan. How we are able to accept Krishna as the shelter? Why? How we started chanting? Because of the devotees, because of the Vaishnavas. As he takes shelter of holy names, he develops all other Tatastha Lakshanas. Remaining all qualities, they develop gradually as the Bhajana Kriya happens. So this is the sadhu. Sadhu means one who have accepted Krishna as the shelter. External designations are not symptoms of sadhu. One may be Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra, or one may be Brahmachari, Grostha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyasi. These external designations doesn't indicate a person is sadhu or not. If he accepts Krishna as his or her shelter, that person is a sadhu. This is surrender to Krishna. Whoever is surrendered to Krishna, he is a sadhu. If Tatastha Lakshanas are not fully manifested, still some discrepancies in character still need to consider a sadhu. So we have seen so many. Honesty is one of the quality. Control of the senses is one of the quality. If one may be dishonest, we can see how this person is dishonest. He is not able to control senses. So many things. They are all Tatastha Lakshanas. But the Swarupa Lakshana is there. Is with determination taking shelter of Krishna, chanting the holy names, etc. He should be still considered as sadhu. That is how Bhagavad Gita also mentions how that verse starts. Sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hisa
Apise
apiche
Chaduracha.
sudurachara. Yeah. An offender against a sadhu is one who criticizes Vaishnava about his caste. So, oh, this person is a lower caste. Oh, he is from such a country, such kind of, based on the janma or some unpremeditated accidental fall down or the last traces of his previous sins or his sinful activities prior to his surrendering to Lord Krishna. Before coming into bhakti, he might have done some sins, telling about those things to others so that his name will be spoiled. These are all called criticism. This offender will never develop a taste for chanting the holy name. The purity of a sadhu is judged by how much attraction he has for the holy name, and it has nothing whatsoever to do with official status as a Vaishnava or his wealth, erudition, youth, pleasing appearance, strength, or following. Then what is the cause of sadhana in the Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions? Asat Sangha, bad association. Bad association can be two types, women and non-devotees. Within women, it is mentioned illicit connection with other's wife. Or for women, it may be also illicit connection with someone else's husband. Or excessively fond of one's own wife or husband. Or womanizer. These are the considered as the bad association. We don't know how it works, but this is how he mentions this bad association Because of this bad association, we do the sadhu ninda. We offend the devotees. Our association with non-devotees, Mayavadis, Dharmadvajis. Dharmadvajis means externally they look like they are following religious through their dress, etc., tilak, etc. But actually, that is only for show. Ishvara means those who don't accept Ishvara, those who are atheistic people. In their association, because of their association, we do sadhu ninda. So we need to give up this bad association. And what is the remedy? If anyone offends a sadhu in a moment of delusion and madness, he must fall at the sadhu's feet and repent bitterly. Weeping and full of contrition, he must beg forgiveness. He should declare himself a fallen wretch in need of a Vaishnava's grace. A sadhu is very merciful. His heart will soften and he will embrace the offender, thus exonerating him from his offenses. So basically, begging forgiveness is the remedy for the sadhu ninda. So today we had seen how this chapter started with how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he gave the Vakya Danda. He chastised the Devananda Pandit. We had seen the review of the previous chapter. Then Devananda Pandit also went to his home and he was lamenting. Then it is mentioned that Japa Tapa without Bhakti they are useless. We have seen the verse of Tapasvino, Danapara, Yashasvino, how Dan, Tapa, etc. They have to be offered to the Lord. Then they become instrument for our attaining perfection. Otherwise, they only cause the disturbance. Similarly, Vaishnavera Krupa Yese Bhayi Viswambar. We can attain the Lord only through Vaishnava Krupa. We have seen Susruso Sraddhadanasya, how serving the devotees creates the Shraddha. And because of getting Shraddha, we associate with devotees knowingly and we do Bhajana Kriya, Anardha Nivruti, like that it happens. Also, many other slokas which are also mentioning that only through devotion, through the association of devotees, we get the, by meeting them, by seeing, touching, and etc., we get faith to worship the Lord. But if we offend the devotees, then actually Bahujanma Kariyadi Sravana Kirtan, our advancement is checked. So one will not get Premadan. We have seen how Raghunath Das Babaji offends to Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Ramchandra Khan offends to Haridas Thakur, and Ayattara Punyas offends to Saraswati Thakur. And from Harinam Chintamani, we saw who is Sadhu. Sadhu is one who has this primary quality, that is acceptance of Krishna as his only shelter. When one has this primary quality, Swarupa Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana will automatically develop slowly. A sadhu is not not based on a varna or ashram. Anyone can be, irrespective of their birth or ashram, anyone can be a sadhu. Only whether they are surrendered to Krishna or not, that is the only thing. And to such people, criticizing them because of their birth or because of the sinful traces that we see in them, or because of the sinful activities prior to their coming to bhakti, these are all aparad. And why we do aparad? Because of asat sangha, women and non-devotees. And what is the remedy? Remedy is the forgiveness. We need to forgive. We can see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Gopal Chapel, he fell at the feet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, you need to fall at the feet of Srivas Thakur. And he told Madhya, you need to take beg forgiveness from the Nityananda Prabhu, then only your offense will be nullified. Similarly, Lord told Durvasa Muni, you fell at the feet of Ambarish Maharaj, then only your offense will be nullified. So that is the, yeah, here I stop. You all can add.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. A very, very nice class. So many references from Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and how it is a sadhu's mercy that even we get faith. And again, if we offend the sadhu, we are nowhere. So beautifully you delivered this class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for it. And Preeti Vilasni Mataji has raised her hand. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. Thank you
Hare
so much
Krishna.
for the very beautiful class. Always your classes are so good. They make us think a lot and you come so prepared. Thank you for revising the previous chapter. And also in these few set of verses that you spoke, I was thinking about every single instance you mentioned, like the story of Bhakti Vinod Thakur or Gaur Kishodhar Babaji or so many other Vaishnavas and the offenses that were made. It was very interesting to see how the solution that you had given to a person who was in a similar situation where there is unavoidable, because of certain services that they take up, unavoidable finding fault. But then one very nice solution given was just think every 6 months I'm joining ISKCON now. So I hope to implement that. And thank you so much for covering it so beautifully with so many Shastric references. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, very
Hare
grateful to you.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Kirtida Mataji, Danvat Pranam Mataji. Please go.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranams. Thank you so much for
Dhanavad Pranam.
excellent session. Prabhuji, you in the previous slide, the slide that we are showing now, if you can go to the previous slide, you mentioned about the word, Nirvisharavadis. Who are these Nirvisharavadis?
Atheistic people who don't consider there is Ishvara.
Oh, atheistics are known as?
Nir Ishvara Mataji.
Oh,
Nir-Ishvara.
Nir-Ishvara. Means
Ishvara
they
means
do not,
the
they
Lord.
defy the supremacy of the Lord?
Yeah.
Okay, Nir-Ishvaras.
Nir-Ishvara.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Class was very, very, very wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you so much. It was very well presented, very systematic. Thank you so much.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Praladanand Prabhuji. Prabhuji, do you have time, right, Prabhuji? Praladanand Prabhuji.
Yes.
I don't have a question, Mataji, Prabhuji. Danvat Pranam, first of all. Very excellent
Dhanavad
class,
Pranam,
Prabhuji. I really like your style of presenting the class, question, answer, and all that. Thought stimulating and, bringing all this knowledge we have in our subconscious into conscious like that. So it's so nice. And one slok came to my mind when you were discovering Satam Prasangan Mama Virya Samvindo Bhavanti Rutkana Rasayana Katha, This is this is the one like we are associating with you and other great devotees every morning, and we are getting this bhakti rasamrit like that. Bhavanti rasam chattat josna asu asu apavarmani saddha ratir bhakti ranutkam. So this is another point, that we get this Shraddha Ratir Bhaktir, but they're doing sadhu sang, like, we are doing every morning like that. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Once again, Dhanavad
Thank
Pranam.
you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, with your permission, now I think in chat, yes, Prabhuji, chat. Vrinda Gopika Mataji's thanked you. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji's thanked you. Sindhu Mataji's thanking you. So, Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so
Thank
much.
you all.
Yes, I was thinking when you said, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, I do not have a guru, so I did not wear Kanthimala. I was thinking, what is this humility with our acharyas? One small drop of it comes to me, I can progress so nicely. So thank you
Yes.
so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for making this a very beautiful class. So with your with your permission, shall we offer our obeisances to all the Vaishnavas?
Yes.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Haritanam
Pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Then
Prabhuji.
Bhagavad
Koti,
Gita,
koti,
Srila
Prabhupada ki jai,
Vrindavan Das
Shri
Thakur ki jai,
ki
Srila
jai,
Prabhupada ki jai.
ki jai, Shri Srikanth Krishna Prabhuji ki jai.
Ending the call, dear
Prabhuji,
devotees. Hare
koti,
Krishna.